Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring a Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, the new Powerpuff Girls, and Voltron Legendary Defender. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hello.
And Justin Cummings.
Hey, everybody.
Today, Delaney, Justin, and I will be having our weekly Miraculous Ladybug Roundtable discussing a specific episode in a specific topic in Miraculous Ladybug. Delaney and I went through all the episodes. You can check that out at overlyanimated.com or search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes, your favorite podcatcher. And now we are talking each week about a specific Miraculous Ladybug topic. Last week we discussed Americat, getting a lot of traction on Twitter just for having Americat in the name, as expected. And, typical fandom. And that's the first of our four ship discussion parts on the Marinette Adrian ship square or whatever, but not this week, so maybe that was a tease. I don't know, but you guys can see the title. We're discussing the webisodes. Finally, I think I don't know if you guys want to hear this or not, discuss the webisodes, but I've heard a lot of well, on the webisodes they say so from you guys, so I think I'm going to assume that means that you actually want to hear us discuss the webisodes. So we'll discuss all 10 webisodes. If you have not seen the
It's not too bad we're talking about them.
If not too bad we're talking about them. If you've not seen the webisodes, you can check them out either at nick.com. There's 5 of them in English, or you can search out that ubiquitous spreadsheet, which is if the person that runs that spreadsheet listens, then you should say something, because that's super helpful. I'm sure fans know what I'm talking about, but there's links to everything, so I'm very happy with that. And you can you can find the links there. So we're going to talk about all 10 and what we've learned from the webisodes. It probably won't take that long. Each webisode is 1 to 3 minutes. Featuring first 7 feature Marinette reflecting on something in the context of her writing a diary entry. The next one features Alia talking about her lady blog, and then the next 2 are Adrian talking about 2 things. So we'll go through all of them. I've written down notable quotes and stuff, and we'll see what we learn. So these are just little extra things. I didn't have high expectations for them or anything. Obviously this isn't going to be new animation. This is new voicing, voiceovers, except when they showed clips. But this is new voiceovers, but the same animation. Delaney, what did you take away from, not what specific things, but did you have any sense of enjoyment watching the Miraculous Ladybug webisodes, and what in general did you think of them?
I guess I got the tiniest modicum of enjoyment from them.
Okay.
I just obviously it's nice. Obviously I love Marinette. Listening to Marinette talk's fine. She has a diary. She's adorable. But also, I guess this is more of a sense of how old they are. They're really young, and I think the webisodes communicate that the most, how young they are. They were fine. It's just again, reused animation. Our favorite thing on the podcast, reused animation. Woo! It was fine. There wasn't really anything earth shattering. A lot of it was kind of just rehash, and I the Paris one, I was really annoyed with it. I was okay, yay, let's talk about the 3 things that everyone literally knows what's in Paris. So they did talk about the bridge, so I thought, or whatever that place is, number 2 wasn't one that everyone knows about, so that was fine, I guess.
The Paris one was okay. The best one. That was totally us parodying Miraculous Ladybug. They're I'm gonna list the 3 best things about Paris.
Oh my god.
And number 1, of course, is the Eiffel Tower.
It's they listen to the podcast, yeah. They're okay, how can we irritate? It was fine. The best part, we'll talk about it in a minute, is the line about Alia, hashtag Mary.
Yes.
Hashtag
It's
Maralia.
fine.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
So somewhat thumbs up on the episode.
It's struggling. It wants to go up, but it just can't quite get there.
Okay, we don't need to get into that. Justin, what was your general impression of the webisodes?
Okay, yes, they were reused animation. However, I love things that are just adorable, and all of these were just adorable. They were harmless. They were fun. They gave us a little bit of stuff. All in all, I'm glad we got them, even though they weren't great. I will probably rewatch all of them. They were adorable.
Really?
Zoe
You're going to
MGs,
rewatch
I
all
liked
of them?
them.
You're going to rewatch
Yes.
all 10 webisodes? Really?
In order, including the Paris one, because
You're gonna
I
rewatch
need to
the
remember
Paris-
that the Eiffel Tower was built for the
Oh my god.
1896 World's Fair, and they almost tore it down, but it's indestructible, like
my
Ladybug
God.
and Cat
Oh
Noir.
my god. Oh,
Just-
good. Okay.
Every part of me just cringed.
Yeah, I agree. But that's typical. Anyway, with Justin,
Yeah.
these were fine. They were fine. The episodes. Like
They
I said,
haven't.
I didn't have high expectations. I think that I like that they exist because it gives us nice insight into Marinette and Adrian's thinking, where the show doesn't typically give us like perspective. It's like this is like a book chapter from their perspective, and that's like different than what we get in the show about some crucial aspects of that, how their views of the other one. So I think it's kind of interesting in that. I like it conceptually. I wish they got into more interesting material. Most of what they say is rehashed from the show. There's some interesting quotes, maybe like 3. But
3,
like 3 new material quotes. But like I like that they exist. I think it's better in concept than in execution. I mean that Paris one was just like it actually was somewhat. It actually was okay. I mean I don't know. Like it was to a certain extent it was somewhat laughable, like that Paris one. But at the same time, at least they like explains the Trocadero. They never explicitly talked about that in the show. So I don't know. But anyway, I thought they're okay.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, this is, it's set in, a place that not a lot, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. Like, oh, we have a cartoon set in Paris. We should probably talk about Paris.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Like, I think they could have gotten into more interesting stuff, but most of these, I think, were pretty early on in the series were made. Like, they're mostly talking about the early episodes, so, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, the bubblers in, like, every single one of them.
What's, I know Delaney's big takeaway. Let's start with Justin. If you had to say one thing that's your big takeaway quote or item presented in the 10 episodes, what would it be, Justin?
I do know what Delaney's talking about. I did really, really like that, and it's not even like my favorite thing about this show. So I'm going to take a different one, the Adrian's Double Life one, where he's talking about like how he feels when he's Cat Noir, because that was basically what we said last week on the Meerkat discussion about how he doesn't have to hold back. He gets to do whatever he wants. He gets to say whatever he's been holding back. Yeah. So I thought that kind of confirmation of what we thought, I thought that was pretty cool because it gives him a little bit of sympathy.
He's holding back cat puns. I don't really know how much sympathy I have.
He likes his cat puns.
That's a big quote that's been thrown around in our comment section on our YouTube videos a lot, which is Adrian says in chapter 9, I can finally do what I want, say everything I want, being really myself, and of course these are fan sub translations, but definitely got thrown at me a lot. And Justin and I talked about this last week, and we're going to talk about it again for future ones. But really, I think that this is Adrian uninhibited by his. This is a side topic, but it's Adrian uninhibited by his restrictions from his imprisonment by his father. So it's like him being free. Like, I can do what I want, say what I want, being myself, That's Adrian's interpretation. But in reality, an uninhibited Adrian, I don't think would act like Cat Noir. I think that's kind of clear. It's like, that's like an exaggerated to the fullest extent of his personality. And it's a result of him going from completely... imprisoned to completely free, and that's why he comes out as so over the top, and it really lends a lot of it makes sense, and it gives us a lot of backing as to why he acts the way he acts. That being said, I really reject the idea and I don't know if anyone really believes this, but I really reject the idea that this is like Adrian's like actual real ideal self is him as Cat Noir. I feel like this is a version of him that's a result of his situation. Given complete freedom, he would level off into some version between Adrian and Cat Noir, probably mostly towards Adrian, is my opinion.
Honestly, that's ideal. Like, I honestly, like, if this is really how he is, like, I can't stand him. Like, no.
Yeah, which I know a lot of people disagree with, but, and I don't, but Justin probably does.
As the Cat Noir fangirl of the podcast, I really did enjoy this episode. I thought...
The webisode. Yeah.
Webisode. It lended a lot of credence, I think, to what we've been discussing, so it was kind of cool.
But you agree with what I'm saying, that this,
I do.
Even though Adrian's saying I'm being myself, that's just how he feels, given that he's has complete freedom in this moment. I don't think
it's nice to hear him address it, though.
It is really, I agree. It is nice to hear him address it. Normal Adrian's going to be more genuinely respectful towards Marinette than Cat Noir is.
Yeah. For the record, I love Adrian. I would punch Cat Noir in the face, though, if I met him, but...
I think that's been established.
But those ears...
Just wanted clarification.
But those ears? What? That's your...
When he slicks back the hair and the... Yeah, man, you know. Cat Noir.
This is Justin's best fangirl
God.
attempt. Is that the number one item on Cat Noir for the fangirls? Is the ears? That's the
probably.
That's what we're.
Probably.
Fangirls, tell us.
I don't think. No, don't comment on this.
I don't want to know.
We're throwing out that discussion.
Keep going.
Let's remember
Trucking.
that. Okay, let's go through all the webisodes 1 to 10.
Can I say my takeaway? People don't necessarily know.
Okay, say
Jeez,
what's your big
Dylan.
Delaney? What's your big? I forgot I asked that. What's your big takeaway from the webisodes, Delaney?
Okay, so Dylan and Justin obviously know what it is, and it's when Marinette goes like talking about Alia, and it's like, Alia, my best friend. She's like, yeah, until death do us part. And I'm like, what, are you married? This is so good.
Oh, they're married now. Oh yeah,
they're married.
This is the Ladybug version of First Boy. Like, I think that's what this line is.
I have no idea what that means. But
Steven's birthday, where he's like, "What does that make me? First boy?" It's like, "Aha, you do think that."
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
actually
knew
good. That's actually a good comparison.
That is a good comparison.
Yeah.
Good job.
For once we have
Yes!
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, don't get too excited. And I just like that's my favorite. Obviously, that one's my favorite webisode anyway, because it's just like, oh my god, Alia's so great. I love her. I'm gonna write in my diary about her. She's just like the most beautiful, like funniest. Like, it's so good. Like, yes. Also, I wanted more of that. Like, regardless of like me being like, I want lesbians in everything I watch, it's just Alia and Marinette's friendship makes me really happy. I'm just all about relationships in general between girls, and just very good. Like, friendship, yes, A+ more. Give me more. And in Death Do Us Part, they're so cute. Like, you're so cute, you 14-year-olds.
Marinette says,
like,
we'll always be together till death do us part, and it is officially canon.
They're married. Like,
they're married. It's
married.
canon. Where's the
like,
fanfic?
So good.
Where's the fanfic?
So good.
Okay.
So good.
Let's go through 1 to 10 quickly the episodes. I'll say what I found notable in each one, and then you two can, if you wrote anything down or remember anything, you can tell me. So number 1 is Marinette talking about Cat Noir. She says that Cat Noir. Oh, can we say that?
Well, they said it, so we can say it.
Okay, sure.
Well,
but that's how they translated it.
That's they translated. That's a little different. Like, I think things like that are probably hard to translate. I doubt that's literally what it was.
Okay, so I'll bleep that out. So you heard a bleep. We haven't. I predict the future. So we haven't known each other for a while, and yet it's like we've always been together. Justin, did you find this quote romantic?
Kind of.
As the resident Maricat shipper, we'll always. Yet it's like we've always been together.
Yeah, I really, I can't help it. Yeah, I did.
Obviously, you did. Obviously,
I can't help it. The feels, they get me.
Yeah. Marinette says he's not my type at all. He's a bit too confident. Yeah, seems about right. Puns, brags, and I don't like boys who do that. She says.
I just got so happy. I was
really
like,
happy too.
Cat pun.
I don't like boys who brag. Yeah.
So good.
But I think he's a little in love with me.
I think this is the most important line in all of the webisodes. Actually, because have we discussed before really in depth? Like, does Marinette know? How aware is she that he's like? This is a good line. Like, this is. Also, it's even sweeter. It's like, oh, Ladybug knows. And it's just like, oh, it's so good. Yeah. So good.
Yeah, but I think he's a little in love with me. Clear, yeah, very clear now. But the one I love is Adrian. Cat Noir is not as perfect as Adrian, she says. Okay.
Oh, man.
And then we quoted this one a few podcasts ago. But if there wasn't Adrian, then maybe I'd look at Cat Noir. Or we quoted it last podcast. Okay, maybe if there was an Adrian, I'd look at Cat Noir another way. A world without Adrian, though, how horrible, so that's a big Maricat fangirl, Justin fangirling quote is maybe if there wasn't Cat Noir, if there wasn't Adrian, then I'd look another way at Cat Noir. Justin, what was your overall impression of this webisode? Do you think it's pro Maricat and Marinette and Adrian in general?
It reminded me that yes, I know Marinette's so adorable. Her thing with Adrian's kind of creepy. The schedule and the pull-down chart and all of it.
Yes.
You had forgotten.
It's
You
unhealthy.
forgot?
That terrifies me genuinely. I'm concerned. I mean, I know Marinette's a good person. Are there other people like this? Is Adrian in genuine danger? Is my true question now.
So
Like,
you're worried
I'm
for the
concerned for
other-
Adrian.
For the other, it actually is kind of like if the show was more serious, then would be presented as unhealthy behavior. But the show is very whimsical, and Marinette's like can do no wrong and stuff like that. So this is just like, oh, haha, this is like teenage girl behavior. But
And
I
they
think
do little tidbits with it. Like, they don't do it very often.
and they don't do it that often. I think that could be a legitimate criticism of the show. Like, this is like unhealthy behavior from Marinette. Like, you should not have a schedule of Adrian in your room.
No.
Like, no.
You get after Cat Noir, but Marinette's schedule, minute by minute for every day, is completely ignored. Maricat, I'm just saying.
Oh, you're just saying. Okay. I think that, I think that's a separate webisode or something. I wrote that down. That Adrian one or something. But yeah. Let's get into the second one, Adrian. She's talking about Adrian. She's just like recapping episode 1 or something to start. Reasons Marinette lists why she likes Adrian. Let's go through these, okay? He's smart. He plays piano, fences, and knows Chinese. And he's handsome.
He's learning.
He's handsome, and he doesn't brag. So what do we think of these reasons? Delaney, are these healthy reasons for Marinette to be in love with Adrian?
I mean, I think so. Like, there's nothing really like. I mean, playing the piano, I guess I don't really.
I think
really,
okay. So these activities thing, I think this shows that her crush is shallow to a certain extent.
Well, I think we'd already established that her crush is really shallow. Like, we knew that. I mean, and especially since we've given more about like how they like interact like on a bare minimum level. This is, I mean, she has just the very stereotypical like crush on the really cool hot guy. Like, that's like literally what it is. So I think, I mean, she honestly, it's like the reason she can like him for all the reasons she does. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, honestly, the only reason it's weird is because she like has his schedule in her room. Like, other than that, it's like, and also he's a model and like he's like famous, so it all makes sense and it's fine. Like, there's nothing really like wrong with it except for like the creepy like schedule part.
And there's other aspects that are creepy.
And it's like, so
like the shrine, the Helga Pataki shrine in her room with all the modeling photos. You know.
Yeah. That's kind of like, I mean, that's like this. It's the difference in that she goes to class with a celebrity. Like, that's the weird.
It's somewhat more acceptable because he's a public figure, but still.
I mean, you still shouldn't be like that. But yes, that's. But we do have, like, he's a model. Like, that's.
Anyway, yeah, but we're straying from the point. Justin, what do you think of these reasons Marinette likes Adrian?
I mean, she's like, what, 14? It makes sense, you know. It's the I don't say it's the stereotypical, but.
You know, it's the stereotypical on television. Like, this is like 100%. Like, you see this all the time on TV.
Yeah, basically it is. I mean, you can't fault her. It's really harmless.
Is playing a piano a big crush bait for?
Well, I don't know. Sing us a song. You're the piano man.
Yeah, I think that's the opposite of what would attract people.
I would agree.
You know, doesn't brag. I think that fits along with their Cat Noir episode. I think that's really interesting. I think this is more of a reaction against Cat Noir than like pro Adrian. I just think
honestly.
I think she's contrasting the two. I don't think she would naturally say I like Adrian because he doesn't brag. I think she just sees him as like better than
he's like he's everything that Cat Noir like isn't to her. Like, she doesn't hate Cat Noir, but like all the reasons he irritates her, that's why she likes Adrian, because he's not those things.
Yeah, this is very DNA of the show type thing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty stupid, but
100%.
like they're the same person. This is pretty stupid. Why can't she tell? Anyway, we complain about this all the time.
Well, granted, we say that, but like honestly, the differences between how Adrian acts and how Cat Noir acts is just like ridiculous.
It is understandable in their behavior for sure. Yeah, if they didn't, look exactly the same.
Like, I like Adrian, I don't like Cat Noir. I know they're the same person.
So you're
like both.
Marinette is what you're saying. Yeah.
Except Marinette doesn't know that they're the same person. I know that they're the same person. Not Marinette.
So I do think that's an interesting aspect though. Marinette liking Adrian because he doesn't brag is a reaction to Cat Noir. So that's our good talking point for that one. But he has one flaw. He gets along with Chloe.
I did like that. It was like
Shallow,
it's mean,
cough,
but
cough.
it's funny.
It is pretty shallow. This is just fueling my Marinette Chloe shipping.
Of course.
Marinette
Of
hating
course.
Chloe all the more. It's just the ship bait there.
She almost invited her to her birthday, though. It was really close.
Oh, no, okay, you're spoiling the future discussion.
Spoil.
I'm spoiling.
But yeah, and this is
Spoiling.
one where we have Marinette's schedule board of Adrian's day. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. That's really creepy. That's
Yeah,
smart.
it's like, good job, Marinette. Even Alia's face is like, whoa.
Number 3, the double life of Marinette. She's recapping stuff from whatever episode again. And the only thing I took away from
Well,
this
they
one-
mentioned that saving the Eiffel Tower thing that they keep doing that. It's like we've never seen that. No, he did. No, that was an Origins. I
think
guess.
no, I don't know. I think this was an episode that she was recapping, an early one. Anyway, the only things I took away from this one are that her outfit is indestructible, which I may or may not have known, but I forgot, and that her yo-yo's wire is infinite. Did we know this?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we knew infinite. Like we probably
Okay.
we could have made that assumption. Like there's a difference between making an assumption or like inferring something and then actually knowing
It's
it.
possible,
So-
like it was like material on Nick.com because like they had
Right.
like lists of like the mythology
Mm.
and stuff. So, either of you two get anything else from this episode?
Was this the one where they played Careless Whisper, or was that the last episode? Because my only note for all 10 webisodes was Careless Whisper. Wham!
I don't even know what you're talking.
The song Careless Whisper. They
Well, we
played
got
it in
that
one of
part.
these.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like that saxophone music, you know.
Oh, okay. Did they? I don't remember when they played it.
I didn't
It's either
notice.
this one or the A. Delaney caught it.
She said didn't.
I
but
said
that's
I
okay.
didn't notice.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
I'm
your
sad
wishful
now.
thinking. Anyway, number 4.
I mean, I know what Careless Whisper is, but
Number 4, Marinette's birthday party. Here's a list of who Marinette wants to invite to her birthday party. Okay, you guys
everyone
ready?
in her class.
Okay, Alia,
Number
Adrian,
1. You can't have a birthday party without your best friend. Oh, they're
and
so
you have to
cute.
invite your crush. Yeah, Alia, Adrian, Nino, Rose, Julika, Ivan implicitly, although I don't think she said Ivan. Mylene, Kim, Max, who I forgot existed, Alex, who I forgot existed, and not going to invite Chloe and Sabrina. So what do we think of this list, Delaney?
Well, the really important Rose Julika line about like how they're very different, but they get along anyway. And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
shit.
Okay, shit.
Even Marinette knows.
Yeah, Marinette knows. Okay.
I mean, it's really like it was very
did
much.
Did Alex disappear? I think she might have been a.
I
first
haven't
half.
seen Alex since.
I think she was a
Timebreaker.
first half of
Which-
season 1 character, and then she just wasn't in the rest.
She's
of the season.
gone. I don't
And
know what
it's
happened
so
to her.
weird because what was up? Because like if you watch Timebreaker, that watch thing, that had so much potential.
She was.
Like,
I think
what
she was my
was
favorite
that?
minor character in the beginning of the season. Like
Like I
love
expected
that.
her to become like a third hero of some kind with like that weird tech stuff she had,
Yeah.
and she disappeared, and we never got.
Vanished. I don't.
Why
know
does her
what's
family just randomly have weird technology?
So this isn't actually an infinite list of her class. I think is Nathaniel. Is that who that guy? Is he not on this
Oh!
list? Right.
She forgot the guy that has a crush on her. That's just sad.
Right. So I don't think this is
Right.
everyone. There might be another one. I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think like, well, I think it also depends. Like, we've had different teachers too, so like, there's like their chemistry class and there's like their
Are
homeroom.
there?
Like,
Aren't they always? I don't know. Maybe. they're-
no, because there's the chemistry teacher or whoever. Like, I can't remember her name. And then Bustier is a different teacher. Like, there's 2 different teachers.
Okay,
I know
so
for a
they're
fact.
in different classes. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so
We'll go.
One
with
of them's homeroom. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, I think anything else from this list? Solid list.
She ships Ivan
I
and
mean,
Maylin. Woo.
Yeah, clearly, and Julika and Rose. And I think like this is one of those things that kind of enforces how young they are, because it's like, oh, I have to invite my entire class. Like, she actually thinks about Chloe and Sabrina for a minute, and then she's like, better not. But it's kind of like basically inviting her entire class. Like, you gotta have cupcakes for everyone, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, let's do number 6, the Paris one. We talked about this. Marinette's list of things she loves in Paris. 1, the Louvre. 2, Trocadero. Meet there with school friends, where she goes for inspiration. That's the only worthwhile one, because we didn't know about that. And
Yes.
then number 1, the Eiffel
Yeah.
Tower. The Eiffel Tower is indestructible, like superheroes. Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm glad she said that, though, because, like, ridiculous things, everything ridiculous happens at the Eiffel Tower, so I really like, in the show, all the time, we're like, okay, let's just blow up the Eiffel Tower and keep going. Like,
So is the Eiffel Tower going to get destroyed in Ladybug now? Is this
well, they can
foreshadowing?
fix it. It doesn't
That, like-
matter. It doesn't matter. They can fix it.
Well, still.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think we're foreshadowing, but yeah, Marinette
No.
just throws her hands up, says the show's name, and then everything's fixed. So
Yeah, so it's fine. Doesn't
it's
matter.
fine. Number 7, fashion. So this is great because this is a super underexplored aspect of the show.
Yes.
Marinette says she wants to become a fashion designer like Adrian's dad. She's known this for a long time. She likes creating. She created hats, clothes, and jewelry. She likes wearing her own creations. She observes Paris. She people watches in Paris for inspiration.
She made her purse.
She made her purse.
We did not know that.
Yeah. She wants her own brand one day, and she's going to make Alia a case for her smartphone for her birthday as a love declaration present, right? That was
Yes.
that. That was what they
Hashtag
said.
ship.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. This was this is probably my favorite one because webisode because like we when we were going through the episodes we talked about this, but like this isn't like 2 episodes of the show that Marinette that like into fashion and like make stuff, and then it's just never mentioned in the rest of the series. So I'm very happy to see it addressed here.
Well, we even thought for like a little bit when we were covering the show that we thought that like she went to like fashion school. Like we thought maybe it was like specific.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know what was going on at all. And like this is nice. Like, and I want more. Like I just want like it's such an interesting thing, and like just we just need more. I did like that this one was specifically had a fashion one because I think it's important.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Especially like if you're doing like not just because it's like set in Paris, but like seriously, like one of your main characters' dads is a fashion designer, the other main character is a model, and like this one likes to design clothes. Like, hello, we need to like talk about it. Like it needs to be a thing.
Yeah, I think I think tying her to Adrian's dad and her ambitions is like it's interesting, and it's something the show like hasn't really talked about.
Right.
Like Adrian's
he's
dad's like an inspiration,
right.
like that type of thing.
Well, Adrian's dad's such an interesting figure in the show because one, like, hello, he's Hawkmoth. Like, we think he's Hawkmoth. So not
really?
only that,
He's Hawkmoth?
He's Hawkmoth. Is
What?
he? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But like, I know it's such a shock. What me and my silly theories, but like, it's just like we talk about him all the time, and yet he's such like he's very similar to like Ozai and like this kind of like faceless figure for a really long time, and then like it just we need more. Like, it's really interesting. Like, it makes me think, like, not only is it continuing to cement the fact that he's freaking Hawkmoth, but, like, there has to be more. Like, we have to keep going, like, with... They're making him a central figure in a way that's really interesting.
We need more Adrian's dad, and we need to tie him more to the other characters. I want more Marinette fashion stuff, more Marinette and parent stuff, and less Marinette tripping over her feet about Adrian. That's on my wish list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, I need more of Marinette's parents, like hardcore. Like her parents are the best, and I need more. Just more. They're so cute and wonderful. Like her parents are the best. Like just give me more.
Yeah. No webisode on her family, right? That's
right.
sad. Yeah.
Which is odd. Like you would think that would be.
You think that could be a topic? All right. Number 8 is the Alia perspective about her Ladybug. She has a special Ladybug alarm on her phone that cues her to when Ladybug's doing something. So, how does this work?
I think it's just a news. It's just a news alert. It's like the way they act. Like it's like a Google alert. It's like blah 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 blah.
It's probably linked to all the major networks or something like that.
But how does she get all the exclusives then? Like, shouldn't the news agencies get it?
Well, the way they present it was when she has an alert, but then when she pulls it up, it's a news thing, so she like goes there while it's happening.
Yeah, I guess. I thought.
I'm not saying it's executed really well, but
I thought she might have put a tracker on Ladybug,
and still can't figure out her best friend.
And still can't. Still, it's like Ladybug's. It seems like Ladybug's in Marinette's house. This thing must be busted.
I had forgotten about the picture thing when they showed that clip again. I got really frustrated. I was like, darn it.
Yeah. I think that's
just got one person further.
Ladybug Lem. My dream is to discover who's behind that mask. Well, duh, if I knew her secret identity, I could propose her my help. First of all, the translation said propose, which, okay.
They're married.
But yeah.
You're already married to her, it's fine.
So, my dream is to discover who's behind that mask. Okay, oh, Alia. Sigh. That was my reaction to that.
Also, there's more comic books.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Using my observation skills. At first, I thought she was a scientist bitten by a radioactive ladybug.
I love that little Spider-Man reference. That was wonderful.
Did
Okay,
they say
like,
this
I'm-
in the show? I think they did in
That
Origins.
was a very
Well,
Steve Ditko style. It was beautiful. I loved
Well,
it.
this still continues to beg the question about, like, fictional superheroes and real superheroes in this world. Like, like, I need to know, I need more. Like, this is the second time we've seen this is a different comic book, too. I don't remember which, like, I don't even remember seeing this one. Like,
I think it was just in Alia's mind, perhaps.
Yeah,
well, no,
I don't think it's necessarily real.
No, but no, what I'm talking about is, like, I don't remember seeing this scene, because, like, it's all reused animation. Because I picked up on the comic book a different time. It was a different comic book, because she had it on her phone. So I'm trying to remember where this comic book's from. But,
I think this might have been new.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because my thing is, like, because if this is new, then we did have new animation. Because I don't remember that one.
I think it's new, and it's also the cover photo on the creator's Twitter, so he likes it.
Well, clearly.
He likes it. Yeah, you're right. I saw this once, yeah, something like that. Okay. More stuff from Alia's thing. She knows her earrings help her transform or change back.
So
Okay.
that's just what, like, that's what. I mean, we've talked about this.
I don't
before
think
about
is that known knowledge from, like, other people.
We've talked about this before, but people seem to understand with, like, not just Hawkmoth. Like, we've had mentioned before, people knowing what the Miraculouses are. So, like, well, Garen, we had the explanation why Hawkmoth knows, but, like, because, like, he literally has one. But I think we've talked about this before, and I think there has been, like, we talked about this in depth, and we think they're, like, people seem to know, like, they understand how they work.
Yeah, I agree with that. It does seem like they're very comfortable. I don't know if they know how it works, but
not in an intimate way, but, like, they understand, especially since, like, Hawkmoth literally possesses everyone and is just like, give me the Miraculouses. Like, it seems to become, like, and people seem to understand also, like, how Ladybug saves the day. Like, it seems like everyone just, like, knows.
So yeah, I agree. The world seems comfortable with. So here's the thing: if Alia knows that it's Marinette's earrings that help her transform or change back, why isn't Alia looking at the earrings Marinette's wearing?
Why? What?
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
It's just.
Alia
I guess because it's just so frustrating.
Alia says, "I'm bound to discover who Ladybug really is at some point."
At some point, season 4, 5.
I mean, I want her to know before, like, the reveal between, like, the heroes, if that ever happens.
I have buggers written down. Who says who buggers in this one?
What? I don't know.
Does what?
Someone calls someone buggers.
Bugaboo? Like, is it like
No,
that?
it's not that.
That's
It
the
wasn't
love
that.
letter episode.
No, it wasn't that. Someone says buggers.
Oh, that is the name for the fandom of Ladybug in
Yes, there we
Miraculous
go.
Ladybug. That's the followers of the Ladybug.
Oh,
the
yeah.
there we
Okay,
go.
yeah. The Ladybug fans are called buggers.
We're
yeah.
miraculous. They're buggers.
That was new
Which is
information.
funny.
Yeah, I like that. There's in-universe
it's pretty
Ladybug
good.
fan names, the buggers.
And it's funny because in some countries that you don't want to say that. So
You're a bugger. It's like a jerk or something. I don't know.
yeah, it's like a meme.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Adrian ones. Episode 9.
Well, did we talk about? Was this in the Double Life Marinette? Because they said specifically 5 minutes you change back.
Yeah, we know that though.
But did we know 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they've. I don't remember.
I think they said it in Origins.
They probably explicitly said it in the show. We definitely got it from outside material, but yeah.
Because I didn't remember us talking about specifically 5 minutes.
Yeah, you might be right. I might have. Yeah, you might
I
be
really
right. At some
don't
point,
think
we
it's
might not have known
specifically
that.
like
yeah.
that's my thing. Like, we knew it was a short period of time, but I really don't think we knew exactly 5 minutes. Because to me, that's like so specific. We would have talked about that.
Didn't Tiki say it maybe in Origins?
I really don't think
remember
it was 5
this,
minutes. Like, we would have talked about that at length, that it was 5 minutes.
In my mind, that didn't seem like new info. I'm not sure why.
So. I swear I can hear Tiki, Marinette, you only have 5 minutes. Something like that in Origins.
Granted, if she said that, though, that also could have been like, you have 5 minutes from now. That doesn't necessarily, like, if I had heard that, I would have been like, oh, it's you just, like, I really don't think we knew, like, at least as far as I know, I didn't know before this webisode that you had exactly 5 minutes before you changed back. Which is honestly quicker than I thought anyway. Like, I mean, I knew it was a short period of time, but I didn't think it was literally like 5 minutes. Cause that's crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because you knew it was a short period of time. Like, we knew that.
Yeah, we'll fact check this in the future to see if it was in the show or not. Number 9, Adrian's point of view is Adrian's double life. So to start, he says he mostly models to please his dad, which I think was interesting. I don't think we knew that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that, Justin?
Makes sense. I mean,
don't you see modeling as something Adrian likes though from the series?
I think it's not that he dislikes it, because I mean he said he's okay with it. He's fine with it. It's just he mostly does it to please his dad. It's not like he wants to make a career out of it, but he likes it well enough. It's not like he hates doing it.
Well, especially this webisode kind of presents it more of like, and in the show too, they just present Adrian as having like a ton of extracurriculars. Like I had a bunch of extracurriculars in high school, and yeah, I kind of liked most of them, but I didn't necessarily like love every single one of them. Like I was like, oh, I've done this since I was 5. I should keep doing it.
Same.
So I think that might be like, I honestly, that's how I've always felt like watching. Like, I mean, I'm not shocked that he doesn't adore modeling. I mean, I'd be kind of shocked if he like absolutely detested it. But I mean, it does, like, he just has a lot of stuff to do, and he just kind of does it. Like it's like expected of him. He has to, like, just, you know, like you just do stuff to put it on, you know, like a college application kind of deal.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that's an interesting perspective. We'll talk about the other Adrian things, but the Adrian ones are interesting how they're presenting his character. Ever since Mom disappeared, he's not the same, so I try to be there for him.
Disappeared, not died.
Yeah, so that's disappeared. So
takeaway.
Right.
That's one of the takeaways. Let's note that they didn't say that in the show.
Yeah,
but it's here. I try to be there for Dad. He says. I think that's interesting because I don't know if I get that impression from the show.
Yeah, it doesn't like. I mean, there's a few times I think we kind of see like him wanting to spend time with him, but it definitely doesn't come off in this like, I want to be there for him and support him and like, you know, be like and especially like in like Origins, it's like very much presented, I want to get away from him. Like he wants to, not in this way that it's like he hates his dad, but it's like he wants to, you know, like be out from under him a little bit. Like he wants to let me out of the house, Dad.
Yeah, I think it's
so
interesting, I don't think it's that he doesn't hate his dad, because I think he has reason to.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, agree.
Yeah, so I don't know. Natalie and the gorilla. Had we heard the gorilla in show? I'd heard people refer to him as that.
I don't think so. I have no recollection.
I remember people calling him the gorilla in somewhere, but yeah, I think that's interesting. It's awesome to be Cat Noir, and then we talked about this quote already. I can finally do what I want, say everything I want, really be myself, you know. So I had some good stuff from Adrian on this one. I've said this many, many times, but there's really only 5 episodes that have anything substantial with Adrian in the show. So seeing substantial things about Adrian is like, whenever we see Adrian, I like Adrian. It's just that we don't see a lot of him. And
he's just, and I mean, and when we see him, it's Marinette like being goofy, and it's like, can we just like, I'd like to know Adrian as a person. Like he has like,
I mean, yeah, we see Adrian a lot in terms of like Marinette falling over herself when he walks by.
That's the thing. Like,
but we don't see like actual like personal Adrian stuff.
Yeah,
like, there's
he has
few.
Very like to be like a main character. He has like very little characterization and development.
I mean, there's obviously his Cat Noir. That's a big part of his characterization. Right. But even that is sometimes pretty shallow. The characterization.
Well, they present them as two, like, it's very different. For, like, yes, Marinette, you know, as Ladybug's confident, but like, you can see them and be like, okay, literally, how doesn't everyone know Ladybug's Marinette? Like, they're the same person. Come on. But then, you know, you can kind of understand it because it's like Adrian and Cat Noir are like 2 different people. Like, it's like, what?
Yeah. It's some interesting stuff, and I also think, and I've said this before, every time they show big Adrian episodes, I think those are some of the best of the series. So yeah. All right, Adrian's point of view. Last one on Ladybug. He's writing a letter to Ladybug. He says, "Buggy, no wait, she hates when I call her that. My lady." We didn't. So this is a buried topic, Delaney. It's been like months since we've discussed this.
Oh man,
Justin never got in on this discussion. So Justin, initially Delaney and I were watching the English dub, and in that, Cat Noir calls Ladybug "Milady," which Delaney and I hated.
I adore it. It's so cute. My favorite's when he says "Milady Bug."
Okay, that's slightly better, but like just calling her Milady, Delaney, that made Delaney and I hate Cat Noir.
I love it
because of the associations with it in the English language. Then we switched over to the sub, and there he says "My lady."
Infinitely better.
It's infinitely better. Number one, because it's not Milady and the associations with that. Number two, it's like he's saying like in English in French. Like it's like the best equivalent. One commentator said it was if he said in the English version he called her Madame. That'd be so. It's like so. I still don't like when he calls her my lady, but it's like okay, it's like fine, you know.
Yes.
So that's the catching up on this, and that's where we stood, and that's still I guess where we are.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't know if she's explicitly said no to my lady. I don't know if that's happened in the show.
Well, no, it's just like Bugaboo. She's like, don't call me Bugaboo.
She's definitely out on Bugaboo, yeah.
Everybody's out on Bugaboo. The world hates Bugaboo.
I feel like there's shippers that like Bugaboo.
Probably.
I've been told I'm not allowed to say Bugaboo.
By whom?
A lot of people.
Okay. That's
how many? No, I don't want to know.
Yeah, we
actually.
don't want to know. Adrian says, "Your hair is as dark as the night, and your eyes are blue like a summer sky."
What a cutie! He tried.
I feel like Marinette's hair is like not as dark.
Her hair is not blue, Dylan. We've had this discussion. Her hair is not actually blue.
No. Yeah. So it is black, but the creator says I found a tweet. He said I already told you this on one podcast. She highlights it blue. So I feel like that's not dark as the night because she puts highlights in. But whatever. Maybe that still counts.
Well, like how oddly specific. Like how do you? You can't write like your hair is like. It's not as poetic, Dylan.
Why aren't we talking about the blue highlights? I feel like that's the more prominent thing. Anyway, that's okay.
No, it is. Like it's really like. Also, you didn't tell me that. We didn't have that discussion.
No, I don't know. You might not have been listening. Like I definitely said it, but you might not. Have
no, we talked about it. You didn't know. I didn't know. You didn't tell me you found that tweet.
No, I said it, and on a podcast. Not like just to you, like on a podcast. Anyway.
No, you didn't. I remember this podcast. You didn't mention the tweet.
Listeners, find the time and the podcast when I said it. I'm counting on you.
It didn't happen.
My lady, I wish I knew who you are behind that mask. I wish I could tell you who I really am. Maybe we know each other without being aware of it. You might have seen pictures of me on Paris's walls. Thoughts?
Way to give it away.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he did crumple it up and throw it away.
He didn't send her the letter.
Yeah, but still. Like, bruh.
So is Adrian the most aware of them? If he's like, maybe we know each other in real life.
No.
And I think he said this in the show too, maybe. That sounds.
Well, I think it's more about him like being like. Well, I mean, obviously, I think it's quite obvious that they're the same age. Like to each, even though they have no idea who the other one is, I think it's very obvious that they're like, okay, we're the same age. So that's like. I feel like that's just a genuine like.
Yeah, what if they think one of them's like an adult? If the mask is so powerful that you really can't tell who it is, what if like Adrian just thinks this is like an adult woman? Like
how terrible would that be?
I think it would like if he thought she was like 23 or something. I feel like that the crush would like make kind of more sense, honestly.
Right, it would make even more sense.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening, but like I don't think that's out of the realm.
Ladybug represents his freedom side. I can get behind this theory.
Okay, Justin's writing the fanfic already. Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna write a long Tumblr post.
You do that, yeah. No one can discover my real identity, not even the one I'm in love with, says Adrian.
No.
Aww.
Adrian. His life's so hard.
Yeah, so hard. Yep. Yep. Thoughts, Justin? Thoughts on this last one?
Aww.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
I do like. I like of all like the combinations. I do like whatever it's called, Ladrian. Is that what it is? Is that the name of the ship?
Oh yeah,
Ladybug and Adrian.
Oh yeah. Well,
Ladrian.
This is potentially our podcast next week, so I think we might be talking about Ladrian next week. So that's looking forward to.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Definitely gonna get into the Ladrian. But yeah, webisodes overall. I mean, I think we had like 40 minutes of discussion on them, so that's good. Like, there's some stuff of value here. Let us know if you thought we missed anything in terms of big takeaways from the webisodes. Let us know your favorite webisode and why. It's the Adrian ones, obviously. Fangirls, obviously.
Yep.
That's okay though. You can. I'm not spiriting. I'm just predictable.
Like it's fine. It's okay.
Fine. It's fine. But the real answer is the one where Marinette calls Alia her wife, basically. So
like they're married. Like they're till death do us. They're married.
Yeah. No, but actually the best one I think is the fashion one. Like I said. I really enjoyed that one.
Well, no, my favorite was like before we started watching. Dylan was like, "There's one Alia line." I was, and then found it immediately.
Now you had to like look out for that the whole time. Oh well, you might
have
watched that.
I watched it.
Oh, that was your first one. Okay.
No, that wasn't my first one. No, you said that you were like, "Oh, there's like an Alia line," and then finally, when I watched it, I was like, "I found it. I found the Alia line."
was my big takeaway. But yeah, so yeah, good stuff with the webisodes. We've now seen it. Yeah, we can. The only thing that you might throw at us in terms of things we don't know is now creator tweets. So
I'm on top of those.
So yeah, are you making a list, Justin?
There's not really much to say.
If you make a list of things that Thomas tweets that is not explicitly stated in canon, that could be a podcast. Is like things tweeted.
There's not many. His Twitter is basically, I'm not answering spoilers. I'm not answering spoilers.
Well, you have to go down very far back. I mean, he tweeted the highlights thing. Like that's something, you know. There's stuff. There's some other stuff. I don't know. I've seen a few things. Anyway, I don't think there's been traction on new Kwamis or anything. We just had that. We had the picture of the peacock Kwami, which I'm still not sure if is supposed to be canon or not.
I think so, because it came from Jeremy Zag.
Well, sure, but he could just post like concept art.
No,
right?
Well, yeah, but the fact that he gave it at all, because I mean, he put it. The fact that
okay, let me phrase it like this. I don't know if that means this is like a season 2 tease or it's just like a picture of the peacock Kwami, right? Like
it's just the thing.
The B one obviously was a season 2 tease because like it said it on the picture. This one was different. This one seemed like concept art to me. So that's my question.
Like oh, you might see this like later.
Yeah. Comparing to the other stuff on his page, like he has a lot of like basically his page is all pictures of fans like at conventions and stuff, and it's promo material.
Yeah, but a promo could be of concept art, you know, like that could be a thing.
Yeah, but the fact that they're
it doesn't necessarily mean we're getting
what it looks like at all.
I think there's a decent chance it's in season 2, but I don't think this is like an immediate season 2 thing from the promo image. So we'll see. Well, we need more info, is what I'm saying.
Right.
But yeah, let us know if we miss anything, any news and stuff, any feedback, and next week I think we're gonna go into unless we have more pressing matters come up. We're gonna get into Ladrian, and then we'll do, I don't know, which is the finale of the 4-part discussion. Is it Marinette and Adrian or Cat Noir and Ladybug? Which one's more important?
I think Cat Noir and Ladybug has to be the finale because that's the title of the show.
I guess so, sure. So the plan as of now would be the next 3 weeks to do those 3. So yay, shipping discussion. We'll talk about. I'll convince you all why Ladrian is the superior ship next week. So
it's a good ship. I love
the superior ship.
It's the superior ship. No, I 100% agree with Dylan.
Dylan's right. It is the cat's meow.
Okay, we're done, Bob.
Yeah, we're done. Okay, bye. No, I'm Dylan Hysen. Unfortunately, Justin Cummings and also Delaney Stovall. You can check us out at overlyanimated.com, or you can search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes, your favorite podcatcher. Thank you guys so much for your support. These continue to be some of our most listened to podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us your comments. YouTube, overlyanimated.com. Tumblr, ask, consider reviewing us on iTunes if you had the chance. We just got a review from a Ladybug fan who
ooh, you're gonna have to link me to that.
Well, I don't know, it comes up in the thing. I can read it, so let's read that as a shout out now. Pulling it up. Review from Jade Lingdren, who says, I've been listening to them all day. 5 stars. I've been listening to 5 stars, titled Love, Love, Love. I've been listening to them all day on my 12-hour shifts. Ugh, I'm sorry. Especially their
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Especially their Miraculous Ladybug ones. While we have differing opinions, I love listening to them and their theories. They make me laugh so loud sometimes! Exclamation point, exclamation point. Like the comment of being done with Cat because he said me lady 3 times in one episode. Definitely going to explore more of their stuff. Keep it up, guys. So yes,
differing opinions. Me and Dylan being like, Cat Noir
3 times. Yeah, I think one of our episodes.
I distinctly remember which one that is. I remember us being like, nope. I think it was you specifically being like, I'm done. He said it 3 times.
Yeah, that's two. Yeah, 1 is already bad. So good. But anyway, thanks.
We were keeping a count for a while. We were like, no.
Oh yeah, we were. Yeah, this was this is like half a year ago now. So these are, yeah.
We're struggling to remember. It was so long.
The other way to iTunes reviews and reblogging, retweeting very much helps us. The other way to support us is the best way to support us is financially through Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/overlyanimated, and there you can pledge and get rewards and stuff like that. Watch our video on there. Thank you very much to our patrons: Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, and Taylor, aka Fever, Mitch, Cordell, Beach Exchange, Nathan, Filliam, Buzz Like Your Mailman, Richards, Jenny, Baba, Brian, and Cookie Hat and Needle. Again, we'll be back next week as of now discussing Ladrian, and also be back soon with our multitude of Steven Universe podcasts. If you guys listen to that show, all the episodes are coming, and we'll be podcasting all of them. Thank you, guys, so much for listening, as always, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.